Hello everyone and welcome to Shape. This week we're going to be talking about ship components. So I brought on our ship lead, Ellen Bachier. He's going to be talking a little bit about the ship components that we have going on. He's done a lot of work on them, so I figured he'd be a good guy to bring on and share with you guys. So to start off, Ellen, why don't you tell us a little bit about components and what they are in the world of Star Citizen?
So briefly, components are actually the meat and potatoes of the game, essentially. Everyone loves the ships because they're exciting and they look cool, but ultimately our game really is about components, and the ships are just the thing that you put the components on. So components would be things like power plants, coolers, even weapons are considered components. Every component affects the ship in a different way, and so customizing your ship is all about choosing the right components for the task.
Right, great. So I know that it's still work in progress right now, but I think we have about 9 different types right now, is that right?
That's still in flux,
Yeah.
but 9 is a good number to go off of. Like I mentioned before, we have coolers, power plants, radars, we've got shield generators, we've got ballasts, ammo boxes, all kinds
You
of
know
stuff.
a lot of them offhand.
Yeah.
I was going to list all 9 of them for a second there. So I know you've done a lot of work recently with helping our concept artists, making sure that these designs come out the way we want them to. Can you tell us a little bit about the 3 concepts we have here today?
Sure. Briefly, I'll just mention that what we're trying to do is establish a general shape language for each component type. So that way when you go ahead and look at a component, you can immediately identify what it is.
Right.
So that way, hey, I know that's a shield generator, I'm going to shoot that thing. Or hey, I know that's a power plant, I'm going to shoot that thing. So the 3 that we're kind of working on right now is the power plant, the shield generator, and the cooler. And they do what you expect they would do. So a shield generator generates shield. A power plant generates electrical energy for you to distribute across all of your systems. And the cooler helps you dissipate heat as you use weapons or thrusters and things like that.
Right, and we'll get into sizes for a minute, but the concepts that we're showing today they're the smallest size, right, for smaller ships?
Right. Yeah, so we have, previously we had a spread of about, I think it was about 12
or more,
different
right?
sizes, yeah, which is quite a bit. And if
Yeah.
you go ahead and then multiply that by number of component types, you've got 12 times 9 times however many manufacturers we want,
Right.
which then means we have to create a huge number of components. And because of the way ships were separated previously in terms of what components they could use, it meant that a huge portion of that would never get used by a single player. So we decided that the better option is to still create a huge number of components, but bring the categories down to 4 instead of 12, which
4
now means
sizes, right?
4 sizes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, we're basically treating them as classes. So you have
Okay.
small, medium, heavy, and then capital class component
Right.
sizes.
Can you give an example of like what? I mean, I'm sure most of people know already, but like what ship size would fall under each of those, like some example ships?
So those are still kind of, those lines are still being kind of drawn now because
Yeah.
all the ships are kind of getting redefined in terms of how they use the system.
Right.
But a real quick example is you would have a Hornet would have light size components. A Constellation would start going into like medium. An Idris would start using, sorry, not an Idris, I think maybe a Starfarer might
Okay.
start going into like heavy. And then Idris would be capital class.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so with the new system, because we broke it down and now ships end up using more smaller size components. So a Hornet would have multiple light power plants, for example,
Right.
whereas previously it would have a single size 3 or something like that. So this is great for gameplay because it means that now not only all of the components that we have this huge list of components which players have more access to, so all the hard work we do actually gets used. But in addition to that, it also means that all the ships have greater customization. So you can go ahead and have different power plants on the same ship. They don't have to be the same type. So you have more granular control of performance.
Wow, that's great. It sounds like a win-win.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's perfect. we wanted this for a long time. So it's
Yeah.
it's all still work in progress.
Right.
The system is the system that we want to move forward with,
Right.
but it can still change, so
Yeah.
we'll see how that goes.
Well, thank you so much, Ellen, for joining us on Shape today. It was great to hear a little bit more about some of the component changes we're making. Back to you guys.